Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Prophet ﷺ's Hajj and Umrah's pilgrimages. It is narrated by Ibn Abbas that the Holy Prophet ﷺ pilgrimaged for 3 times. 2 pilgrimages were performed before immigration to Medina, and 1 was performed after immigration to Medina. Al-Hafiz wrote that the Holy Prophet ﷺ did not leave a single pilgrimage before immigration to Medina. Imam Suhaili wrote that we should mention the pilgrimages of farewell, Hajjatul Wada, of the Prophet ﷺ. He ﷺ did 4 sacred rituals of Umrah in the Islamic month of Dhul-Qa'dah. Darmi 1828-1909. His first ritual pilgrimage was called Umratul Hudaybiyah, which was performed in 6 Hijrah. At that time, the pagans of Makkah barricaded the Holy Prophet ﷺ for Allah's house. The Holy Prophet ﷺ slaughtered the animals at Hudaybiyah. The Prophet ﷺ and his companions cutted their hair there. They cutted their hair due to ihram. They returned that year without performing ritual pilgrimage. Next year, the Prophet ﷺ performed ritual pilgrimage is called Umratul Qada. Here, the Holy Prophet ﷺ stayed for 3 days and then returned. Darmi. When the Holy Prophet ﷺ went to Hunain, and at the time of returning, he ﷺ performed ritual pilgrimage Umrah from Harana. Muhammad bin Jafar narrated that from Harana, 70 prophets performed Umrah. Tabqat ibn Sa'd. Al-Hajj with Al-Umrah. The Holy Prophet ﷺ at the time of journey to Makkah for Hajj appointed Abu Dujana as an in charge. Another narration might be Sabah bin Arafah ibn Hasham. Anas narrated that the Holy Prophet ﷺ used old camel seat, old shawl priced only 4 dirhams. The Holy Prophet ﷺ raised his hand for supplication. Allahumma aj'alaha hajjatan mabruratan la riya'a fiha wa la sumu'at. Al-Tabrani Al-Asad 1378. The Holy Prophet ﷺ performed Fajr prayer and became busy in dressing blessed ihram. He took bath for the 2nd time, then he ﷺ washed his head with alsia and oiled his head. Darqutni 2419, Al-Tabrani Al-As 1156. It is narrated by Ibn Umar that the Holy Prophet ﷺ used oil in ihram that was without smell. Bukhari 1554. Labbaika Hajjan Hakkan Taba'ad Waraka. Bazaar 1661. Narrated by Ibn Abbas that Holy Prophet ﷺ stayed at Arafah and praised Labbaika Allahumma Labbaika. And after that, he ﷺ said, Innamal khayru khayrul akhirah. Narrated by Abu Hurairah that the Holy Prophet ﷺ recited, Labbaika al-hal haqqi Labbaika. Darqutni 2416. Kazima ibn Tabat said that when the Holy Prophet ﷺ used to ask Allah to bestow his blessings and paradise and seek his protection from the hellfire after the Talbiyah. Bahiki 9041. It is narrated by Saib that the Holy Prophet ﷺ said that Angel Gabriel came to him and brought the order of Allah so that I order my companions to recite the Talbiyah loudly. Further, it was said that, O Muhammad ﷺ, you must become saying the Talbiyah loudly and slaughtering animal. Darmi 1850, Bahiki 9011. When the Holy Prophet ﷺ used to go for performing Umrah, he ﷺ used to enter lower area of Makkah, whereas for Al-Hajj, he ﷺ used to enter from upper area of Makkah. The Holy Prophet ﷺ entered from the area of Qada and entered from the door of Bab-e-Shiba. Now it is Babul Islam. It was time of prayer after sun rising. Ibn Sa'd. Narrated by Imam Bahiki that the Holy Prophet ﷺ passed from Bin Muqsam to As-Safa when he ﷺ saw at the house of Allah. He ﷺ peeped to that and said the takbir and supplicated. Bahiki 9220. Allahumma antas salama wa minkas salama fahayyana rabbana bis salama. Allahumma zid hazal bayte tashrifan wa ta'ziman wa takriman wa mahabata wa zid min asmati faman hajata aw i'tamarhu takriman wa tashrifan wa ta'ziman wa bara'. Hudayfa ibn Asad narrated that when the Holy Prophet ﷺ saw the house, then he ﷺ supplicated, Allahumma zid baytika haza tashrifan wa ta'ziman wa takriman wa bura'a mahabata. Bahiki 9218. When he ﷺ entered Masjid al-Haram, he ﷺ went towards Allah's house. He ﷺ came to the door of mosque, sat on his animal, and went to mosque. Then the Holy Prophet ﷺ began at-tawaf from the black stone Hijr-e-Aswad by doing as-Assalam. His eyes were full of tears. In 3 circuits, he ﷺ performed a ramal. In 4 circuits, he ﷺ performed at-tawaf by walking, kissed the black stone Hajr-e-Aswad. Then he ﷺ put his both hands on it, then rubbed it on his face. Darmi 1882. Narrated by Mother of Believers Aisha Siddiqa that the Holy Prophet ﷺ performed at-tawaf on sitting his camel. When he ﷺ reached near the black stone, he ﷺ did as-salam and did not crowd it. The Holy Prophet ﷺ said, Umar, you are a strong person. Do not gather at the black stone. Otherwise, you will torment the weak. If you are alone, then do as Assalam. Otherwise, turn to it and say, La ilaha illallah and takbir. This was Sunday, 4th Dhul-Hajj, 10 Hijrah. It is narrated by Abdullah ibn Sa'ib that the Holy Prophet ﷺ would supplicate between Yamani corner and black stone. Darmi 1880. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina azabun nar. The Holy Prophet ﷺ was quick to walk, and his steps were close together. He ﷺ used to make al-ittiba. When the Holy Prophet ﷺ used to come to the Yamani corner, he ﷺ used to say, Bismillah wallahu akbar, Allahu akbar. When the Holy Prophet ﷺ would reach the black stone, he ﷺ would do as Assalam. As Al-Tabrani 1887, Darmi 1885. The Holy Prophet ﷺ asked for water during Tawaf. Al-Tabrani. When the Holy Prophet ﷺ completed Tawaf and came behind the place of Ibrahim, he ﷺ recited this verse, وَاتَّخِذُوا مِن مَّقَامِ إِبْرَاهِيمَ مُصَلَّى. Take the standing place of Ibrahim as a place of prayer. Chapter 2, verses 1-5. The Holy Prophet ﷺ performed 2 rakah prayer in which he ﷺ recited Al-Kafirun in first rakah and Al-Ikhlas in second rakah after Surah Al-Fatiha. Tirmidhi 869. When the Holy Prophet ﷺ completed the prayer, he ﷺ came to the black stone and did as Assalam. Then went to the Safa through the gate that was in front of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. When he ﷺ get close to it, he ﷺ recited this verse, Inna Safa wal Marwat min sha'airillah. Indeed, As-Safa and Al-Marwa are among the symbols of Allah. Chapter 2, verse 158. Then the Holy Prophet ﷺ ascended Mount Safa. When the Holy Prophet ﷺ began to see the house of Allah, the Holy Prophet ﷺ turned towards it, praised the monotheism of Allah Almighty. He ﷺ said Takbir, then said it thrice. Bukhari 6385. La ilaha illallahu wahdahu la sharika lahul mulku wa lahul hamdu yuhyi wa yumitu wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir. La ilaha illallahu wahdahu anjaz wa'dahu wa nasara abdahu wa hazamal ahzaba wahdahu. Bukhari 6385. Meanwhile, the Holy Prophet ﷺ prayed. Then the Holy Prophet ﷺ went towards Al-Marwa. When the Holy Prophet ﷺ came at the downward of the valley, the Holy Prophet ﷺ started running until the Prophet ﷺ crossed the valley, started climbing up with walking. Narrated from the mother of Shaiba bin Uthman that she had seen the Holy Prophet ﷺ was performing a sa'i. The Holy Prophet ﷺ was saying that Abta should be crossed by running. Darmi 1883, Abu Dawood 1905. Narrated by Ibn Umar that the Holy Prophet ﷺ supplicated on Mount As-Safa, Allahumma innaka qultu ad'uni astajibu lakum wa innaka la tukhliful miyad wa as'aluka kama hadaytani lil islami in tanzi'ihi mini hatta yatawfani wa anna muslim. Abu Dawood 1905. Narrated by Habiba, daughter of Abi Abar, that she said, I saw the Holy Prophet ﷺ performing a sa'i between Safa and Marwa. The people were in front of him and he ﷺ was behind them. The Holy Prophet ﷺ was performing a sa'i. Even because of running fast, I saw the knees of the Holy Prophet ﷺ with cloth wrapped around him. The Holy Prophet ﷺ was saying, Allah has made it obligatory for you to do sa'i. Ibn Masud narrated that when the Prophet ﷺ was performing sa'i at the middle of the valley, he ﷺ supplicated, Allahumma khfir warham wa anta al-izzu wal ikram. Day of Al-Tarwiyah, 8 Dhul Hajj. One day before Thursday, the Holy Prophet ﷺ delivered a sermon in Makkah afternoon. On the day of Al-Tarwiyah, he ﷺ left for Mina and performed the rest of the prayers, including Dhuhr and Asr prayer in Mina. He ﷺ spent the night there. It was Friday night. When the sun rose, he ﷺ departed to Arafat and supplicated, Allahumma aj'alaha hajjatam mabrurat, la riya'a fiha wa la sum'at. The narrator is Ibn Abbas, Darmi 1892-1913. The Holy Prophet ﷺ did al-Wukuf, standing on the top of Mount Arafah. The Holy Prophet ﷺ said, the whole of Arafah except Bathin Arafah is a place of al-Wukuf, the standing. The Prophet ﷺ's tent was set up in Nimrah by the order of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. The Holy Prophet ﷺ stayed there. When the sun had set, the Holy Prophet ﷺ ordered about the Qaswa camel. The Holy Prophet ﷺ gave a great sermon before the prayer on the 9th Dhul Hajj, Friday 10 Hijrah. To be continued. Please watch next episode. وَمَا تَوْفِيقِي إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ.